Yo, what's up, guys? Anyways, a lot of people asked me about GU and GJ today, and I feel like I need to make this video now instead of the weekend to add it to the weekly recaps. So basically, GU. So I just drew this descending trend line here on the 4-hour, and I didn't move it. I know you're supposed to make it look pretty, but I didn't move it because when I had this rejection here, we did run it from here to there, and we did have market structure being broken to the downside. Market structure is being broken to the downside because this candle right here, it wicked right under and closed right under all these previous lows right here. Let's highlight them. So basically, since this push here did break market structure to the downside, making new lower lows, defeating these lows, we are officially going to use our Fibonacci. Anyways, we're going to run it from this tip of the wick to this tip of the wick, from the top to the bottom, the top of where our trend line is, not just because it's the fucking top, the top of our trend line right here, because we're going to use the trend line in confluence with our Fibonacci. So since we have this big push to the downside, we're looking at, okay, we're going to have some lows. I didn't like this setup, to be honest, but anyways, I took it anyways, and I didn't like it, but I did take it. So right now we have the Fibonacci going down, and now what do? We highlight our 50 and 618 zone. Let's put that green. So look, this was the sell right here. So we could have sold right here. Since we do have our trend line and we do have this QP, we don't have to do 50 pips. This is not a big spread. It's only about 60 pips. So we could have used our QP as a stop loss. So since it is a trend line, remember we like to trade them like support and resistance. We always get some movement on the third bounce. Remember, always there's movement on the third bounce. If not, it's always on the fourth. So if it's not the third or the fourth, there's going to be some movement. And if there's no movement, oh well, come back tomorrow. Don't focus on it. You really don't want to focus on that, trust me. So basically, we got our trend line here, our Fibonacci to the downside after we just broke market structure. So look at this. This is about 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 8 in the morning. So this is between the London and, of course, getting to the New York session. So as you guys can see here, we were at our entry, and we started coming down. We had some rejections. So that right there could have told you, hey, there might be something going on here. I don't know. But we do have that trend line, remember. So what you could have done is you could have waited for this next candle to close. It did form a morning star. That means, upside. But since we did respect this trend line and our Fibonacci isn't broken, we could have taken this sell at this trend line point. It did hit take profit 3 for exactly 50 points. Well, actually it was 49.9, but actually, yeah, there you go. Let's just leave it at 50. I don't like 49. So whatever, we did hit for 50 points on our, overall take profit from our 1 hour. So let's take this off and let me show you what I did today, guys. Let's go to the 30-minute. Oh, by the way, guys, you guys don't have to just draw your support on the 30-minute. Somebody asked me that. You guys can do it on the 1 hour if that's what you guys feel comfortable about. Like I said, I only use the support on the 30-minute to trade it, But as you guys can see, we did come over here and we did close under this right here, which is our 1 hour support and it is also our 30-minute support. All you gotta do is just basically like that. So 30-minute support, 1 hour support. It was officially retested after it was broken on the 1 hour. So the 1 hour is more powerful than the 30-minute. It's more demanding, you know. So let's go to the 15-minute. I'm gonna explain my entries today. As you guys saw in my video, where I was screaming at the charts when it was at 500 bucks, and I said to go down, go down. I'm tired of seeing you at 500. I want to see 600, and boom, off the back, 530 to like 697 in the snap of a finger, wicked down. Anyways, this is what I did. Since I didn't have an entry up here on the 1 hour, I did try to find my entry on the 15-minute. So I did this from here to here, because this little push right here, this candle did close under all these candles, and it did close under the support, and it did wick down here. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna run it from there. It was risky, I'm not gonna lie, because it could have shot up. Look at all this consolidation, but I had a lot of confluences to the downside, so I did enter the second this thing touched right here. Let's mark that right there. So that entry was very dumb because we have our QP right here. So I was like, okay, we're gonna risk it, do or die, F it. We got confluences to the downside, got this trend line, our Fibonacci. We're Gucci, we're Gucci. Let's go back to the 1 hour. So look at this. This trend line here on the 1 hour was the actual candle that closed under. So that gave me a whole bunch of, you know, confidence, like, okay, you know what? We're gonna throw another position after the retest up again. So look at that. Once it touched this thing again, I threw in another sell position. That's why I had 5 lots. I had 2 lots here, and I threw another 3 lots here. With our overall take profit, remember, this is just a supply and demand zone. We might hit that later just because our 618 is in there. So since we have 2 confluences of magnet, like a magnet, I guess you can say. This is from the 4 hour. You know, since we do have 2 confluences of, we have 3 actually, supply and demand zone, this QP, this QP and the 618 take profit 4, like I'm pretty sure this thing is gonna get touched like a little kid in church. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was a bad example. So that's why I took those trades, and that's why I held it. So we had that trend line, support and resistance broken, risky entry, but it did close perfectly. And look at that. Could have scalped it at the same time, which I did. That's why I threw a 3 lot, second position, and boom. 25 pips on that one, on our scalp. Sorry. 25 pips on our scalp. And from our 50 entry in the 15 minutes, about 33 pips. If you guys would have got up here, I said, guys, you guys could have caught like 50 pips. 50 pips, sorry. And as you can see, we're still going down. This thing wants to touch our supply and demand zone, 300 zone. So that's why I took that trade. Any questions on this video, you can ask me, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Market structure being broken to the downside. We formed a little trend line here from this wick to this wick. We had our Fibonacci from the bottom, from the top to the bottom, and within our 50 and our 618, we did have our trend line in between those. So we were gonna, you know, go in based off our rejection, which we did. And look at that, perfect, right there, beautiful. And we also had 15-minute entry to get another entry within that entry, because if, you know, just in case we were late and there was, you know, confluences. Remember, more confluences the better. And then on the 1 hour, it closed under the support after it was retested. you had no, you know, what's that word I'm looking for? Whatever, I'll just say it like an idiot. You basically had no reason to feel like scared. There was a word that I was looking for. I read it earlier. It was very professional. I wanted to use it, and I totally forgot about it. That's the ADHD right there. So look at that, guys. We got a good, beautiful setup. At the end of the day, it was ugly as shit to get into, but it worked out perfectly fine, as you guys can see. Multiple confluences, a lot better. Let's go on the 4 hour really quick. You know, so as you guys can see, we do have market structure being broken to the upside, you know, beating these highs right here. But we do have these highs right here. So in my opinion, for you guys to go in on a long on this, it's kind of stupid. And if you guys did, let's see. There you go. Sorry, I blacked out for a second. I was looking at a text message. This is our zone right here. This is literally 4 hour, guy. Remember, this is almost 2 days of consolidation. What do I say about being consolidation for more than 2, 3, 4 hours? You get out. If you guys got in on this after it's been consolidating for fucking 2 days, send me an email. Send me a message with your email. I'm kicking you out right now. You guys aren't taking notes if you guys took that. Anyways, where's this thing? Oh, right here. So, yep, perfect, beautiful, nice. Let's go to GJ. And people were talking about this because same thing here. You know, we have market structure being broken to the upside right here. This was a perfect entry from yesterday. Boom, market structure being broken to the upside. Let's fix this little fib really quick. Oh, wait. Give me a second, guys. Could have done it from here, or you could have done it from here. Honestly, it's like about 2 pip difference, so it doesn't matter. Think about it. This is kind of like the little push, if you think about it, because we had like a little morning star. So you could have done it from here also, or here. It doesn't matter, guys. Like I said, it's 2 pip, 3 pip difference. Morning star makes sense. A big push, another little mini morning star. All right, so we would have put it from here to here. Remember, this doesn't exist yet. Our entry, QP, because it is right next to our 50 and our 618. So we were going to enter off the QP for exactly QP to QP 50 pips. Take profit 3, smashed. Beautiful. So some of you guys did this after you guys made money on that, little greedy bastards. You guys drew it from this QP to this QP. And look at that, we have a QP at our 0.50. So if you guys would have taken this right here, which is, I mean, I didn't like it either, you know, but you'll get there after like a month or so, maybe less. Do a lot of back testing. Either way, we did hit our entry at the QP, and we did hit take profit 1 for 13 pips. Remember, after take profit 1 is hit, stops to break even. So look at that, boom. You would have been okay, no money, boom, lost. Didn't, you know, you got stopped on your second position if you guys did run a second one, but you still made money on the first one. And then consolidation like hell. So I did see that, you know, we were kind of consolidating at this QP. You know, one rejection after the boom, broken, retested, perfect. Retested again, broken, rejected. Rejected this QP. Came back up, came back down, came back up, came back down. You know, little hammer. And went back up and rejected. So let's highlight this zone right here. Let's make it yellow. Let's look at the 15-minute really quick. Okay, what do we see here on the 15-minute? Actually, let's go back to the 4 hour. I want to see what it looks like on the 4 hour. Yeah, this thing is ugly. Jesus. 1 hour, 30 minute. Yeah, no. Evening star, evening star. Let's go back to the 15-minute. Look at this. What do we have in this box at this QP? What we have in this box is basically a lot more rejections at this QP, basically telling you this thing doesn't want to go up, man. So look at this. We could have rode Fibonacci from here to here. Why? Because this push right here, this candle, closed under these candles. Didn't close under here, but it did close under here. So in this situation, you could have, went for the risky sell. Let's remove that. Let's highlighter 50 zone. Let's go back to the 1 hour. See what it looks like. Perfect. And look at that. Bam. You guys could have gone in a little late, but since it is such a small spread, could have gone in right after this last rejection. Stop loss QP, or a few pips over QP, let's say 33, and we could have rode this thing to our take profit for exactly 56 pips. I didn't like this setup. I didn't see much confluences with it. I didn't think you could, draw a valid trend line. Some of you are probably thinking that you could have done it like this, which, you could have, from this right here. Bam, third bounce. Like I said, guys, you always see movement. You guys could have done that, but it's too much consolidation. I mean, I don't recommend you. You see, yeah, it did win. You guys had, it looks good. It looks good, but when you in the moment, this looks terrible. So we do have our trend line going down, our Fibonacci going down. We did break market structure on the 15, had an entry on the 15-minute. You know what I'm saying? Right here. If you guys were still unsure about it, you guys could have taken another entry on the 15-minute. Remember, try to see if you guys can find multiple entries within your entry. So let's see if we have an entry on the 15-minute after this trend line. So let's see. Oh, we do actually. Oh, perfect. Look at that, guys. Actually, it's not that bad. This trade does look good, but I wouldn't have taken it. I didn't take it. Could have sold up another position here. 50 pips. Yep. Yeah, I guess. Look at that. Well, look. Don't know what else to say to you guys. We did have some ugly ass price action today, but as you guys can see, it played out. Strategy does respect you. Just take some notes, guys, and any questions, just keep watching the videos. I'm just gonna say it right now. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to sound like an asshole, but then again, I am Daniel fucking Savage, and I do want to see you guys win. Yeah, I see a lot of you are asking me. You guys are asking me a lot of questions, and it's like, 20 people ask me about this, and it's just like, I don't understand, because it's 20 other people who are like, yo, this is amazing. They have no questions, and they're showing me the results by backtesting, and I see them that they're answering your questions. So it's more like, what the fuck are you doing? You feel me? You're not taking notes. You're not taking notes. I will be doing webinars soon after I figure out how the fuck to do that, and I will be asking you guys questions. And for every single fucking person who gets a question wrong, I will fucking kick you out, and you will never be in the webinar ever again. So basically, take some fucking notes, and that's it. Make money, man. It's not hard. It's really not fucking hard. I mean, it's easy for me to say it because I fucking did it, but I've been in a worse position than you. So, I mean, I don't know what the fuck else to tell you. Take some fucking notes. Look for confluences. Do all that shit, guys. I'll give you all the answers, man. I'm a fucking retard. I'm literally a fucking retard, and I fucking do this. They told me in my face. They told me to my dad. They're like, hey, look, your son is, he's stupid. He can't be here no more. He's got to go to. He can't be here. We're in A school, and this is fucking everything up. That's basically what they told him when they kicked me out of 10th grade, man. Look at this, man. Come on, man. Stop being lazy, bro. I'm pissed, man. So many people asking me the same fucking shit. You know, when I answer the same fucking question, you're asking me 3 different times in my course. Take some fucking notes. Stop asking me some fucking shit. Ask me questions when you've taken my course 10 times. Ask me a fucking question. I get to see if you guys have taken it more than 3 times. I get to see that in my portal. I get to see how you skip a video. And most of you are skipping videos, man. It pisses me off. I want to kick you guys out of the fucking course and give you your money back, man. My goal is to make you guys 6-figure traders in the first year, man. You're not going to do it. You're not going to fucking get there if you're literally skipping videos and you don't have notes, man. What the fuck? Alright, guys, I'm out. See you guys next week. Or maybe this weekend.